think um I think I'm streaming. Uh I hope I'm streaming. Yep, looks like we are streaming. It says it's upcoming, but it should be right now. Um anyway, hopefully you can hear me. Um Here we are. So what I'm going there's a couple issues here. First of all, we have generated 100 examples. It does a pretty good job of that. We added a try except. I feel like it was called a try catch at some point. Maybe that's a different language. I I I swear it was, but whatever. I'm pretty tired. It's a try except. It definitely was catch. Someone please, but whatever. And then there's two for loops here, so that should slow it down. We're getting a rate limit because if you look here at the bottom, as we get down to the end of the generations, we start getting pretty close to 10,000 tokens, and you have a limit of 10,000 tokens per minute. So, two generations, you're already almost twice that. I mean, you have like one and a half times that. You're pretty much almost twice that because it's basically nine. So two things to slow it down. One, instead of having it crash out, we put the accept here so it does the rate limit. And two, we have it go through a for loop and print the tokenized version. That should slow it down also a little bit and give us some time to work. And it ended up taking, I think, maybe 5 or 10 minutes to generate 100 examples, which isn't that bad. But we go down here and we have another try except, and it's just passing over the examples that don't work. So we probably want to just print the example, and maybe we'll add another print here that says, this example failed to process. And maybe we'll put a /n there. Is it /n or slash? It's definitely /n. Okay. So that should be good. Then we got down to here, and there was some issue with the invalid key. 0 is out of bounds for size 0. My guess is that because the split is there's only 50 examples. If it's splitting, let's see, divide batch size. Okay, that's not where it splits. Split the data, yeah, with 90% in the train set. So if it's going 90% in the train set, there's maybe one example, right? There are two examples, or fucking, I don't know, what is 90% of 52? I don't know, like 4, right? Or something, I don't know. I mean, what's 10% of 52? 5.2, there we go. Look, I am retarded, I never made any claims otherwise. Okay, so we got 5 examples, which is what I saw in here. I don't know why I even tried to do that. We can look here. There's clearly 5 examples in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my guess is that somewhere along here, it is expecting more than 5, and something happened. I couldn't find it though. Maybe evaluate every 20 steps, something. I don't think that is it, but somewhere something went wrong. So we'll add some print statements here, see if we can figure something out there. And we'll definitely talk to GPT. What I will do is show the custom instructions right now. This is probably my favorite feature, and we will see if we can okay. So we have load test file, train data set map, lambda exists. Let's check this here for results. Samples prompts or batch here. Train to train. Oh man, and really what would be better is to extract all this code into a Python file. But yeah, which is basically what I'm gonna do, because Python notebooks, they're nice for visuals, but for coding that sucks, because this should be multiple files. So maybe we'll do that. Because you run it and then something goes wrong and you're like, oh, maybe let me rerun this cell. You can if you like. I added some OS configuration here. I wanted to use the the visible devices PCI bus order. This is a stream, so if you know what it is, you know what it is. Basic stuff. Anyway, I put that in here. Once you run it and you rerun the stream, it doesn't send this to the. It doesn't update the environment variables. So that's a headache. It probably does if you do something, but it didn't, and it was getting ridiculous. But let's see. All right. Um, trainer train. What model even is this? Oh, okay. It's a Llama 2 7B custom. All right. Well, there we go. We're cooking with something good here, and we are still at 15%. I expect it to be at 18%. I'm sorry. I expect it to be at 17% tomorrow morning. We'll see what happens. It's slowing down here, and I'm not sure why, but not by much, obviously. But maybe it's not. It kind of is though, because it's already 8, so it's been 12 hours. So it's been over 12 hours. It's been like 14 hours. I can't sleep anymore. Uh, on a, should there be a comma there? It doesn't matter. On a custom model, on a custom data set with the, on a custom data set, period. The data set the data set is a JSON L, just put a dot in front of it, dot JSON L file with 2 features. And I'm sure that it's something super simple here, so I'm pretty confident this will figure it out. The data says a .json file with 2 features. Prompt, comma, response. When running the trainer.train, the following error occurs, period. Yeah, we do need this whole error. Fortunately, I think we have tokens. Oh, there we go. Not even close. Okay, so we will, and this won't even change the token count, but hopefully it'll shrink it up so I can, take some shit out. Alright, so doing that, the following error occurs. Only show the initial and most recent trace back. Okay. Why is it from new research? That we research? What news? That's funny, right? New research. Yeah, there's a lot of French people out there. You gotta watch out. They do something, right? We're still streaming. Fantastic. Uh, that's a fun name. New research. That's a really good name. Uh, let's look them up because we are just completely distracted. New research. Wow, that's fun. Terrible website, but that's fun. That's a whole lot of fun. They got a Hugging Face thing. All right, cool. They put out man. They have their own llama too, which is weird. Man, we have to look into that, figure it out. Fuck. Okay, whatever. Their Facebook has a version ready for use. I'm not sure why we are using that, but okay. Okay. Yeah. How do I? One thing I gotta. How formal? Long or short? Okay. So there we go. It's kind of confusing how you want GPT to respond. Sometimes I give it instructions as a general idea of how to respond, but what I found has worked the best is when you literally give it the example. You give it an example. You give it a example problem that's not really the problem, or it is related to it. So what normally I would do is I would have the other error that I had that I solved with the help of GPT, of course. The other error, I would have put that whole thing in here and then given the GPT response. That works pretty well. But here, let's try giving it instructions of how I would like it to respond. I will provide you with the source code. You will determine the source of the error, or you will determine what other code you need to see in order to determine the source of the error. Triple R. All right. It never even got to the print statement here. Like it just with train batch. I just don't think there's enough examples. I would probably just want to increase the split to more than five because I think every five. So if it, maybe I'm not really sure. But we'll have fun with GPT because I am not doing anything. Is vaping allowed? I have Kayak Straight. I'm not sponsored by them, but it's a fine tobacco for the price. I mean, it's a $2 a tin. I mean, you just can't beat that, really. It's financially irresponsible to buy anything else. People are like, dip is disgusting. Well, that's just how it is. We're gonna, that's, I know how I'm gonna die. You have no idea. So it's just, what is up? Up we're over. So Control Z. Thank God Control Z works. Control Z. I guess I'm kind of old, but there was a time, maybe like 5 years ago, when Control Z was not. It didn't really work on websites that well, especially in like text boxes and shit like that. Um, Now it seems to be pretty ubiquitous everywhere, but there was a time, I think even Gmail, like Control Z wouldn't really, it wasn't really gang, you know, it wasn't really with it. Like, you couldn't really bust out the Control Z, you know? Um, but now you can. Yeah, actually, I will only show the initial and most recent, and it will ask for more if it wants it. And so, yeah, there we go. I think this is probably good enough. You can edit the uh, custom instructions later. Oh, the reason why I did stop, which I guess should be said, is that I reached the limit on my. Well, I didn't really reach the limit, but. Ooh, man, should I go on my Gmail right now? That's kind of, oof, Jesus. Ooh, yeah, so soft limit. Yeah, I ran up $10 on this bit, on this thing here, you know, and that's not easy. I don't know. It was tax and heavy because, you know, tokens are less than a penny. I really racked like this thing was running. So $10, you know, that's kind of a little bit ridiculous for just something, you know, that we're just messing around with. So we're gonna just do debugging and not generate anything until we're pretty confident that it will do something. And we're also going to not use this notebook because you have to rerun. Notebooks suck. That's why, and they probably don't suck because I just don't know how to use them. But that's all right. Okay, so I will provide the source code. You will determine the source code of the error, or you will determine what other code you need to see in order to determine the source of the error. And that's good enough. Okay, so save that. And copy. Below is a portion is the portion of the code that pre-processes data and sets up the model for training. I believe the source of the error is due to improper splitting of data. First, ensure that there are no errors in this block of code below. Below is the entire test.jsonl file. What other, and that should be in the custom instructions, so I shouldn't have to give it any reminders. But this GPT is not, you know, it's fast. It's so fast, like you can't really. There's nothing really like it. Like that's ridiculous how fast this thing is. It's cooking. Fuck. Damn. All right. Let's see if. All right. So it wants to. Is it? It's a data set. Well, let's just see what happens if we. Well, the number of rows is 0, so that's well, there you go. There's the issue right there. Thank you, GPT. Could I have figured that out on my own? Probably. I was assuming that there's something wrong with this splitting. It looks like there's something wrong with this mapping. But I do have to say I understand the importance of coding a lot more. So if you definitely need to know how to code to do anything useful, but I think you just need to know more now. You can't really be like a Python expert anymore. So, and I'm definitely not a Python expert. So thank the Lord. The Lord stays with all of us. Hopefully. I mean, that's, I've had my doubts, and I'm sure you have had your doubts as well. I still have my doubts, but that's what they say. And, it's better than the alternative, I think. So we continue. um, that's a joke. Not really though. I guess, sometimes we wonder. The mapped, the train data set dot map did not function. So I guess we first want to print train data set as well. Just make sure that this isn't empty. And we'll go ahead and run it. See what we get. Train data set. Yeah, it's completely empty. Okay, so I actually wrote it, had it print the string train data set. Again, I am retarded. I never made any claims otherwise. So yeah, that's empty. That's 100% empty. Which that's weird because features that worked before. We did use that before, so. Ah, gosh. Alright, so we'll just run everything from here. Hopefully that's enough. It didn't. Ah, god damn it. That's the thing. I think you have to rerun the whole thing, which is not feasible. uh, yeah, I think you have to restart the whole kernel to. It's fuck. Yeah, so we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is we're going to open up VS Code and do this the proper way. So we have the gpt-llm-trainer. Let's make a Python file. I know people are throwing up in their mouths, and there's probably a simple way to do this that doesn't require making an entire Python file, but I don't know it. So here we are. Python. All right, we'll call it GPT. We'll just call it GPT LLM trainer. GPT LLM trainer.py. There you go. And what we're gonna do is we're not gonna rerun this because that's not part of the trainer. That is the generator. Is split example. God damn. Okay, so we don't really need to do that. Okay, so we do need. Okay, because it's not in the fucking content. That's probably the problem. It's not. Well, I don't know if content. And it should print an error if it's empty, right? You would expect that, but maybe not. So we'll just maybe this will work. I don't, I fucking shit. Oh, there you go. It works. Got. All right. Well, look, I am retarded. I never made any claims otherwise. We're gonna copy and paste this in here, um, and we're gonna keep on going. Um, and yeah, I shouldn't be streaming this because this is basically what I do. And usually this will take about 3 hours. So it's like, I never really do anything. Like I'll, but, here we are. All right. Let's make a new environment. Just because GPT, or we'll just call it, LLM trainer. Yeah, we're yeah. Trainer, and then we'll do install pip. Yeah, it's just the regular stuff. And we'll go ahead and proceed with that. We don't need torch, right? Yeah, we probably do. Damn, that's a slut. Nah, we're using weight. What are we using? We need torch. That's terrible. Alright, so let's get all these. Yeah, so we'll have to. Alright, so we'll pip install. I forgot you can open AI. Well, whatever. I think I'll just go end to end. I'm pretty sure you can just list them, but I forgot. So, pip. No, you can definitely just list them. Pip install OpenAI transformers. Right? You can definitely just list them. Yeah, you can just list them. Okay, so, uh, dash Q. I forgot what that means. I hate how that doesn't work. Dash M, fuck. Yeah. Damn it. I probably just didn't see it, but dash Q flag pip install. The user flag. Is that the user flag? That's probably. Alright. Well, yeah, I can't find it. Well, we can ask. Who can we ask? This is a time for Bing to shine. What dash Q mean in the pip install though? Negative. Let's see. Well, I mean, I can say that actually. So, yeah, you got it. There we go. Bing's pretty good. Is used to suppress the output of mentioned quiet mode. There we go. I don't like quiet mode. I want verbose. Is verbose mode the default? The default mode is I can do dash V. All right, there you go. See, Bing chat's pretty good, but it's also not very good. It's pretty good at answering questions, which is what it's ought to do, which is what it has been set to do, and it does. Say I. So what do we need? Accelerate, PFT, bits and bytes. We don't need bits and bytes, but we'll go ahead and add it anyway, just in case, because I have no idea what the dependencies of this code is. We'll control shift V, and I know that whole highlighting thing was very disgusting to some people who have some semblance of knowledge. But yeah, it's just, I am an idiot. I never made any claims otherwise. I just be out here. I'll be coding though. You can't say that I'm not coding. I mean, I guess you could say that, and you'd probably be right. But I feel like I'm coding sometimes. Not really, actually, because a lot of the time, and we don't have Torch. So does Transformers come with Torch, or is Torch? When did we install Torch? We never did. But let's see what happens. Cool. Tomorrow's Monday, the last Monday of no school. No, it's not. The second to last Monday of no school. Um, I'm pretty much chilling tomorrow, but I don't know how to chill. Or I mean, I do know how to chill, but it just means doing absolutely nothing, and it's not very chill. Doing nothing is not chill, really. And when you really think about it, it's not that chill. Um, it is what it is. So it is installing Torch. I don't. One of these makes it install Torch. I bet it's Transformers. Um, Automatically install Torch. Um, I bet it does. I'm not gonna read it right now because I just don't feel like it. But looks like we're good to go. Let's just Python and then import Torch, and we're good. Control D out of there for some reason. Does Control K work? It's Control C doesn't work. No, it doesn't. Okay. All right. And let's go ahead and change the interpreter to what the fuck? LLM-trainer. Now we're cooking. Hopefully. Import. Right. Okay. So, right. We gotta import all this. I mean, look at how ridiculous this is. Why the hell are people using notebooks for, like, it's cool, like, if you have a graph, like, you have a fucking, I guess you have a frickin', you have a graph. But, this isn't a graph. Alright, there's no graphs here. Or maybe there are. There probably are, right? Graphs are, you think graphs are the Cartesian plane. That's not even a graph, apparently. So, they just make shit up. It's all fake. Numbers are fake too. I keep telling people, numbers are we just made up numbers. There's not. There's no. There's an infinite number of decimals. We say there's no number. Nothing is a like. Look, all right. Define hyperparameters. There's no. There's a collection of objects that we think are singular. Like that's like one. Then there's like a collection of, if you have two of those objects, it's or like if you have one of those objects and then another one about those objects, you have two of them. But in terms of like describing the universe with numbers, that's kind of a level of abstraction, right? Because the scale of the universe is supposedly infinite and infinitesimal. So you're chopping off numbers. You're made a model. You can make a model with mathematics that's very close and can predict things, but it's not the you're not in the what do we got here? I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Someone said that though. I'm pretty sure. I didn't make that up. I kind of did though, because I feel like what I'm saying is like people, not just everything. Like we put things in containers. We do not have a way of uh, speaking about things that are not abstracted from reality. Like we have to bring everything down to uh, a simplified version. Like I have to talk about paper, but this isn't. This is a special piece of paper. This is a bounty towel that I have blown my nose with multiple times, but it dries up so I can reuse it. It's not just paper. This is not really paper at all. This is we just call it paper because there's a lot of things that are just like this, kind of, that are all have the same qualities and properties, but this is a unique individual object. Um, and they do that with people too. So we do with their colors as well. Color is a spectrum, right? So red is not. People tell me that red is orange all the time. Like it's just a container that we put shit in. Numbers. There's also a container that we put shit in. Is what I'm trying to say here. It's another container that we put things in. Someone else said that it's a model for the universe, and I agree with that. Obviously, I agree. It was I forgot who said it, but somebody with high esteem. But then we make computers, but computers only can represent things in binary. They can't even really represent things in a kind of visual container way that we can. So I'm saying that a computer cannot really outperform a human being except by pure output, which is probably enough, but it won't be able to understand. It won't be able to have a higher understanding of anything than a human being, even if we haven't reached the pinnacle of our ability to understand things. Since a machine cannot represent the world with anything other than digits, and digits are an abstracted representation of the actual universe, we can understand things outside of the containers. We just can't really speak about it. We don't know how to, but we recognize the spectrum of infinity. Like I can see the gradient. The computer doesn't see the gradient. It looks like a gradient to us because we're fucking retarded, but the computer sees the distinct points. There's no container. There's no gradients for computers. It won't be able to understand the universe as highly as we can. All right, so we got another error. Out of memory. Because the fucking, it's trying to use GPU 0. I'm telling it not to. Uh, Look, I'm telling it not to, right? It says CUDA out of memory. And then you go here, you copy this in here. And you put it right here, right? This should tell the OS to, and it's gonna work now that I'm saying it, even though I've done this 50 times. All right, then we're gonna run it, and all right, so it went ahead and did that out of memory again. But that might be just because I didn't, like, there's some kind of special order to running this shit. All right, so let's see what happens. We'll keep a live view of this. Oh, okay, here we go. Now it's working because, I ran the previous cell. That makes sense. If you run the previous cell, then it will update somehow. But if you run the same cell again, and it's probably in the documentation and makes a lot of sense for some reason, but I didn't know that, and we just figured it out right now. Okay, that's fun. Now it's training. I'm not even paying attention. I was paying attention, I swear. I spent like a good portion of the day doing this. Anyway, uh, back at it. So that's pretty high loss. That's like really high loss, right? So we want to, what's loss? Um, in the context of an LLM, I'm not really sure, but generally loss is uh, the training loss is how close. Let's just use closeness. How close the responses are to the appropriate responses on the training set itself, and then the validation loss is how close the responses are to data that's not being trained on. So the training loss, um, yeah, that's what that is. Um, all right, so it finished. That's all right. So I guess I can make the rest of the video. Um, that's retarded. That is actually retarded, and I mean retarded in the sense slow. That's slow. That's what retarded means. And really, who's offended by that? I don't. We how can you yeah, you can't be offended by words, man. I've heard a lot of words, and I never was offended by words. The only thing that offends me about words is if people are saying words for the purpose of offending you, but then you're putting meaning to the words. So if people are like, hey, if someone says a word and you let them say the word, then you're a bitch, or you're a sissyfoot, or whatever it have be. Then it becomes an issue. But the word itself is not offensive to me, at least. I can't imagine. I don't. It's the intention. It's not even the intention. It's just the fact that it seems like because people have said that certain words are bad and certain words are good, that you have to, you know, it means something if someone says a word. They're trying to offend you. You shouldn't let people try to offend you. But if someone, I don't know. That's another thing. Well, why did I type Reddit? What was I doing? Um, with a capital R too. What was I doing? I was doing something important. Oh man, what the hell was I doing? I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I got a little vape with a little extra something in there, and I might have had a little bit, so my memory is. But I just solved that problem in 20 seconds. I don't know how I did that, but I had a good idea. I forgot what I was gonna do, but it was gonna do something for sure. Um, Started with an R probably. Um, Something about words. Retarded. There we go. The definition of retarded. Oh, okay. Actually, it just means stupid, but delay or hold back in terms of progress. That's what it means. I don't retarded. Uh, our progress was retarded by unforeseen mental impairment. So that's pretty much it. Running inference, I don't really need to because I'm really just here to make the data set, but we'll go ahead and seize it through, my boy. I don't know what was the issue here. Make sure we comment that. Um, what was the issue? Fucking damn it. There was no issue, was there? Oh, the file path was incorrect. Are you kidding me? I swear that is the problem. 80, 99% of the time, if we're being realistic. Embarrassing to admit, but the amount of times the path, that's why, which is a good reason. You shouldn't hard code the path in. You should make sure to have path fucking path variables, a variable called, you know uh maybe, you know training path equals this. That's why you do that. There is a reason to do things, and this is one of them, because that happens, that every day, that happens to me, and that's not even a joke. Test path. path. We'll just call it train path. Train path. You know, people, you know, man, trains, dude. A lot of words give me memories. You know, I try and, you know, uh, it's tough. That's tough, you know. Um, um, but the train path, you definitely want to specify those variables before. That's a problem a lot of the time. Valid. I'm not sure why it didn't throw an error though. I feel like it should have. Fuck, I'm in insert mode. I feel like. Yeah, there we go. Okay, train path, features equal features. All right, cool. And that's what we did with the features too. We got and even the split here. I should extract that and the JSON, but forget it. But yeah, I really should because we're gonna reuse this file type equals, and this really saves a lot of time too. JSON, and then we can just like go file type and split equals train split split. So there you go. And that's not even what we were doing. Because we were doing that up here. So I'm gonna copy this. And I'm gonna paste it here. And we're gonna add a space. And we're gonna move this. Then, oh, I have, there's some extension that I have. That this black box. I mean, this thing sucks. It's just terrible. But it is what it is. And this, here we go. And we'll add a comment. Look, it doesn't even know what we're doing. It was trying. Load dataset parameters. Dataset features. And, you know, I'll just post this on my GitHub so it looks like I'm productive. This whole file here. Yeah, Blackbox sucks. The code chat, forget it. Let's open it up just to, how do you open up the code chat? The black box. Look at this, the garbage. I don't even have anything to ask it right now, but it sucks. Just trust me. System message. Go to definition. It's not in there, so it's probably like fuck. System message. That's probably something specific to system message. Where the fuck? Prompt. System message should be specified up here. That's what. Here we go. System message. All right. Okay, so we could. All right. Okay. Okay, so let's make a new file here called data prepare. gpt-llm data prep.py, and we'll do the same shit here. Yeah, should I just get used to using a Jupyter notebook? No, I shouldn't, because No, I don't want to. I don't want. I don't know why. Yeah, because this thing takes up so much. Look at how much RAM VS Code uses. It is inexcusable. Alright, so we'll close out of this. Close out of this. Look at that. It's completely crashed. I can't even use it. Quit. Look at that. And watch it drop here. Maybe it won't, I guess. But I have 94 gigabytes of RAM. You know, that's a lot. I got, you know, at least, you know, fucking, you know, it's all there. I've been running this for 147 hours and we're at 15%, so that's a lot. Uh, yeah, I'll run it for, I mean, I'm planning on running it for like 60,000 hours. Um, that's a lot of hours. Um, the power, we're being a little frivolous here. Um, what do we got? The Llama 7. Who put that in there? What the fuck? I didn't put that in there. I don't remember that. Um, okay. Um, um, okay. So all right. So remember, I got this API key here. Um, yeah. So we'll just go ahead and put all this in there. And boom. Yeah, Docker. I can't really find a use case for it for me, but it seems like people use it, but I don't know. I guess I don't code enough. That's the honest truth. I don't think I code enough to really use Docker effectively. Um, so it is what it is. And where's temperature defined? Okay, here we go. So that's all right. This is completely stupid. We'll probably want to put this in like a main somewhere. Fucking all right. Fucking all right. Here's where it go here. We'll fucking where black box might be helpful. All right. Yeah. Shut up. Here we go. So why is that started? Dispose it. Okay. Here black box might help. I will be create a main. Create a Python main function that includes the code below. Yeah, fucking hell. The control enter didn't work, but that's cool. You can actually double chat, which was very nice. Okay. Um no. So does control it should be control come on. The control enter doesn't work. What the fuck? Create a main function that contains the following code. That is completely garbage. Control enter doesn't work. That's what I mean. You know, I mean that alone is inexcusable. Um, and it's not even doing it. I wanted to the model. It's not even doing it. So, all right, black box chat sucks. Nothing we can do about it. All right, so we'll just we'll do the best we can here. All right, so we already fucked up, and you can't copy, right? Obviously, this look at this garbage. It's terrible. Just the UI of it is I really don't like it. Create a main function with the following. All right, so prompt. All right, okay. And then we have to pass that fucking or sorry, we have to pass that into, ah, man. Okay, so that's another thing with Jupyter Notebooks. It's kind of ugly to put it all together. How do you get out of here? This black box chat sucks. You saw it. It sucks. I don't need to defend my case. Alright, so there we go. Prompt. Alright. What do we got? Generate. Yeah, there we go. Prompt. And you gotta pass the temperature somewhere. Generate examples. Alright, so let's just go block by block here. First we'll put the Open API key, and this should also go in the main. Here. Ah, shit. Alright, so that should go in there. We got the tokenizer. Okay, so then we got the generate examples. And so, fuck. This should also go in the main. Control V. Oh, maybe we could take that out and put it in the if name equals main. I don't know. We could put it somewhere, but I'm not really. Yeah, not really sure. Right. Okay. So. Okay. Oh, maybe this should just be its own generate examples function, right? Generate examples. And we could probably ask ChatGPT to do this, but you know what the hell? We're just gonna go ahead and do this. So generate examples. It wants the tokenizer. Ah, shit. What the F10? What was that? All right, generate examples. What does it want? Tokenizer. Oh, she's working. Uh-oh, she's working. What do we got here? Nope, she's just working. Alright, 44. Yeah, she's working. She works hard for absolutely nothing, I guess. So, what are we on? Tokenizer, prompt tokens. Prompt tokens. Alright, so I don't know why I'm even, we can just Control X, prompt tokens. We want the prompts. We want the number of examples. Okay. And we want a semicolon. Or what is that? What is this called? A colon? Just a colon. I mean, a semicolon is more character than a colon. I feel like I don't know. I guess a semicolon, it's almost a colon. It's more than a colon, though. A colon should really be the semicolon, right? Because a comma is more character than a period. They don't tell you that, but I'm observant, just all right. So we have done that. Then generate examples. Why are we generating examples? Right, that's how you get the data. This is the important stuff. This is really all we wanted. We just wanted this function right here. That's it. What? And I have forgotten. I've lost sight of the goal. Temperature equals temperature. We gotta pass that in. Prompt temperature. All right, and then that's why you do that. That's a good practice. So in C, the heading files, or declaring the function is kind of sauce. Generate examples. I'm gonna take out the capital in that because that is ridiculous. Generate. Why is it called generate examples? That's sorry. So we need to generate. All right, prompt tokens. What the hell? Where did that come from? Prompt tokens. Oh, that's already in there. We don't need that, so we'll get rid of that. I knew something was up. Prompt tokens, get rid of it. Tokenizer equals fucking tokenizer. Prompt equals prompt. And I'm just doing this just in case I change them later, but they should be in the same order, so it shouldn't really matter, but you never know. So prompts equals prompts. Temperature equals temperature. It seems like there's some kind of travesty going on. I'm not really sure what the hell is going on, but I can feel distress, and I do not like it. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but it is heavy in the air. So, oh, there's a fly. I didn't get it. I was gonna flex, but I didn't get it. Yeah, I didn't get it. I feel like I got it though. Oh yeah, I did. There it is. Ha. All right. So I feel like that's basically it here. Generate examples. Uses OpenAI API to generate data. Why is it called generate examples when it should be generate data? Well, I guess whatever. It really is examples in this case. Examples, number of examples, 100. Here are the parameters. And how about we, yeah, this is better. So we'll go prompt, comma, temperature, comma, number of examples, and if name equals name. Is this too much? Maybe this is too much. But perhaps I want to call the main function. Why would I ever do that? So we're not going to do that. I mean, I guess we could, but It seems like we're doing too much here. We're probably doing too much here. But, you know. Yeah, maybe not, because I might want to change those values often. And I might want to use this in another file. But then if I call the whole file, uh, yeah, I might want to just pass in the, I probably wouldn't, but whatever. So prompt equals prompt, comma, temperature equals temperature, comma, number of examples, if you can believe it, equals number of examples. System message, what the hell? So generate system message. Okay, so that was part of the thing here. Control V. We don't need that now, but okay. So I don't think we gotta do anything else. We got the green up here, so we are looking pretty good. No warnings. Let's see. That's it. And then that goes to that, and then all we have to do here is from gpt-llm import. What do we want? System message? No, literally just. Oh gosh. We can't just import the variable because it hasn't been created yet. I generate system message, return response. Fuck. So that confutes things. I believe that's a word. Confute. To kind of obscure is what I think. Nope, absolutely not. It means to prove to be wrong. Yeah, English is a tough one, man. I don't really know a lot of the words. The dictionary. I got two dictionaries, right? One dictionary has 60,000 words. The other dictionary has 200,000 words. There are words in the smaller dictionary that are not in the larger dictionary, vice versa. And in the larger dictionary, a lot of the words are names. I'm not, I don't know. Like, I want all the word. I mean, there's a set of words that I'm gonna see. I'm not Shakespeare. How am I, how are there words I'm not finding in the dictionary? There, 20,000 words is plenty. That should be enough. I want to, how many words do I need? I don't need 60,000 because there's words in there that aren't in the other one. I think I could get away with, at least at most 100,000 words, and take the names out of there. I don't know. I'm very confused as to how that's happening. Yeah, I guess we gotta import the generate system message. We gotta import the whole function, which, since we have to import the whole function, man, so, that sucks. Okay, so system message, prompt, damn. Aye. Why the system message is given a complex reasoning question, provide a step by what? What the hell is a system message? Response choices, message content. Okay, so I guess it's just kind of reframing the. All right, what is the system message with respect to OpenAI API? Let's see what we got. But I've already so from what I understand, the way that the GPT is set up is when you query GPT. So let us. Are we still here? We go. How am I looking? I know my face is all over the place. Yeah, this is what my face looks like. Nothing we can do about that. All right, guys. Just chill out. So we can go to the data pre-processing, and anyway, we go here. Data pre-processing. You pass in this prompt. It is going to get the custom instructions, but also there'll be an additional, I guess, system message. I had another name for it, but I forgot what it was. And a lot of the hacking of GPT is finding a way to set up your prompt so that in combination with the system message, the output is something that would normally not be allowed. But the system message is hidden in GPT chat, at least, so you can't see it. Here, I guess, since the response, the first thing would be the system message, I suppose, of the content. Yeah, I don't really know. I really have no idea. But that is how these are set up. And then there's usually a thing at the end, at the end of your prompt, it'll have like some kind of something else. There's two hidden parts that you can't see that get passed in. For the system message, maybe the role, and then the thing at the end, maybe some kind of end of token or some other stuff. There's a little bit of information that is abstracted from the user that gets concatenated to the prompt that is useful potentially. Let's see if we can handle all this. I don't think it can, but maybe it can. Yeah, so there we go. It's not even asking to just fucking, yeah, it's probably too long. Okay, good format to follow is given it. You will what the model should do, make it as concise. For example, never write. Should be like system prompt here. Wow, that's a shitty prompt. I didn't even read that. Remember, you're not. All right, let's take a look at this system prompt here. We didn't even. Okay, so let me put an enter here, and we'll also. Shit. Um, Wait, are these the same? You are generating data that will be used to. Okay, role system. You'll be given a high level description of the model we are training, and from that, you'll generate a simple system prompt for that model to use. Remember, you're not generating the system message for generating, you're generating the system message to use for inference. A good format to follow is given input data, you will show what the model should do. Make it as concise as possible, include nothing but the system prompt in your response. Never write system prompt here. It should be like system prompt here. Yeah, that's good enough. That's pretty descriptive, pretty verbose, pretty hard to get confused. Okay, so that's what that is. I probably should have read that. We are just generating the system message that is usually prepended to the inputs. That's basically, we're just kind of reformatting the prompt in a way that GPT thinks. We're letting GPT reformat the prompt in a way that it thinks will be useful or more useful than what it's normally done, which is something that, let's see, we can go back to here. Right, one phrase, two aliens. Right, so this is how this is a little technique that I guess I'll share with you guys that you're free to steal. So you using a rephraser, I guess let me go to the beginning when I tell it how to do it. All right. All right, so here we go. So this works pretty well for generating text that's very unique and explanatory, possibly for whatever reason you might want it to. You give it three roles. One role is the rephraser, which is basically what's happening here. It's nice to have GPT rephrase your question in a way that is appropriate for GPT, and that definitely works really well. And then you have two more roles that do this one sentence at a time thing in an alternating sequence. That kind of confuses the model, so you kind of bypass. This is old stuff, though. This is about like 6 months old now. Now what people are doing is they're adding characters, which GPT is already kind of banned. So now to get around this stuff, you are trying to, as I said before, create a prompt that you can concatenate with the system message to give different effects. So you kind of have to you can figure out the system message through repeated querying of the OpenAI portion here. Similar to what's going on here, but you just try and get it to tell you what the system message is without as it is the original system, the system message before the system, the alpha system message, or what do you call that? There's a better word for that. It starts with a P, I think. I don't know, but the pre-system. It's not pre. There's a better word. It sounds cool. They use it, like. Anyway, it makes it's like a big thing. The space movies use this word a lot, I think. But P something, the system message. Anyway, you find out the prior system. It's not prior either, but you find out the prior system message through creative prompts. Maybe you do like they put like a since I don't have an example right now, but you saw here how it was saying, it was saying you're given a high level description. Remember, do not given here. You go see these characters. You can add your own characters to the. Or for example, never write this, because that will come out as the actual type. This is a string of text. That's why there's the escape characters here. It'll generally, it doesn't, this prompt is saying don't specify this, don't write system prompt. like how it normally would when it's generating these examples, it is telling you the what each portion is. It has a prompt and a response. Well, in that same sense, you know that the system prompt is, or you know that it likes to use this format for certain things. So maybe if in your prompt you include some dollar signs with some specific, this one, the dollar signs doesn't work because that's just for text, but you figure there's some symbols, there's a paper on it, and it's pretty good, but it doesn't actually work on GPT. It only works on Llama right now, and GPT, it doesn't work on any of the GPTs. I tried it, so um, and Llama's already uncensored, so what the hell? It doesn't even matter. Um, System message. There we go. So that's an issue. All right, system message. Damn. So I could. There's so many dependents. It's like one long file. Like this sucks. All right, so and then we can maybe try and download as a Python file, and let's see what we can do. Um, and then we have just one extremely ugly long file. This isn't what we want. This isn't what we want. This isn't what we want. So we're not gonna do that. Now I want to split it up like this and do some other stuff. But that's pretty much it. It seems to be working. I'm gonna try and go to bed. I won't be able to. I'll be back. It's inevitable. But as you can see, I do absolutely nothing with my life and get nothing done. But we're out here giving it our best shot. So we'll go ahead and we'll stop the stream. Peace out, homies. I hope all is well. The Lord is with us all. It must be said. Go get some sun. It's nighttime right now, so there is no sun. So suffer for the next 10 hours. It's good for you. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. Peace.